So now that we have all of our soffit in, now we're going to start putting our fascia in. So what we're going to do, we're going to measure over 1 inch. I'm going to actually give it a little over 1 inch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our board right here and we're going to score the whole thing. You can use your speed square for this. That's what I use a lot of times. Or you can just use your block that you're going to bend with. Now right here, we can't just bend this. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cut a pizza wedge. All we're going to do is we're going to take our block. A 2x8 would work better, but we had this scrap laying here. You're going to just take your knife and you're just going to score this. You don't want to score it too hard, because then your sheet metal will just snap over. But what you're going to do is you're just going to do 2 or 3 light scribes with your knife, just like that. And then just make sure to scribe this up here, or that will be a little bit of a pain to bend. Good. After you get it scored with your knife, you're just going to reach up under this and you're going to bend it using your block. And what I like to do after bending it is I'll actually take it and over bend it just a hair. So by over bending, what it's going to do is it'll give you a nice sharp crisp line, and then your pizza wedge will square off just like this on the end, and you'll have a really good 90 right there to start your fascia. So now all you have to do is you're going to encase your soffit with your fascia, and it's going to slide right up underneath your drip edge. This is fun to have 2 people, because the drip edge can sometimes be a little bit of a chore, especially when one guy puts his ladder all the way on the end so he can't reach out to the middle, right, Carter? And so as you see, it's going to push up snug. It's going to hide all of the edges of your soffit. The J-channel's hiding the other side, and it looks super clean. And then all you have to do is you want to take trim nails that are the exact same color. So you want to take white on white, black on black, etc. And then where you're going to nail is you're actually going to nail between the ribs of your soffit. And then that way, because if you nail right here, that nail is going to take it and drive it, and you're going to have a gap. But if you nail right here, you don't have that problem. The other thing is when you do it this way, you only have to nail every 3 feet is what I've been told. So I usually do 1 on the end and 3 in the middle for a 12-foot sheet. I usually leave my end unnailed, and then I'll pin that one and the other at the seam. So pretty straightforward. Again, these nail punches right here are awesome for this. You just drop it in, take it, and we'll come over here and I'll get my end one next. Perfect. So we're just going to nail this off, and then we're going to end up wrapping our other corner. Now we have to do this corner, and we're going to join it with this one here. And so I'm at 76 inches, but I like a 3-inch overlap between my fascias. So if I'm at 76, I'm going to add 3, that's 79, but I need to wrap the corner. So we're just going to call it 80. And so we're going to go cut one at 80. And then after we make that cut, we'll put our bends in it and we'll join them together. I'm actually going to cut it to 81, give it a little bit more of a wrap. Just in case I'm a little off on my measurement, we can always have a bigger overlap. So what I do here is I make my mark. I put my speed square on there. I mark it, and then I just use my 10 snips to cut this. And I'm pretty OCD about it. So I'll always cut here, and then I'll actually cut here, but I always step around the other side just so that I make sure that my cut's perfect. Now I'm going to bend this corner. If you never had to bend a corner, just take your measurement whatever you like to wrap. A lot of people just do one. On this one, I'm actually doing 1.5. Make sure your board's square. It is. You're gonna put it on your mark. I always use a pencil just to mark it, just in case I lose it. Take your knife, and you're gonna lightly score it right here all the way through, making sure that you even get this where it's rolled over. Don't score too hard, and just do 2 or 3 scores, because if you score too deep, you'll end up, when you bend it, it'll snap. And then all you're gonna do after you do that, take your 10 snips, grab that block please, and just put a little pizza wedge right here. Then take your block, just like Carter's got me set up right there. Put it to your edge, that's not my square side. Put it right to your line that you just scored. And then reach up underneath and bend it to you. And then after you bend it, I always get rid of my block. I overbend it just a hair. And that'll give you a nice, sharp, crisp line. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a pretty crisp edge right there. So now we're gonna put that up underneath, join our 2 seams, and nail her off. So now we got our joints, we got our 2 pieces of fascia joined, our corner wrapped beautifully here. Sometimes it's a bear to get under your drip edge on the corner. And now again, we're just gonna, no face nails, gutters will end up getting put in here, but again, nail through your ribs right here, and that's gonna make everything look so much cleaner, and you don't have to worry about it pushing your soffit up. So now we're gonna wrap our bird box. So we need to measure from our inside corner here to our outside corner, and then from our outside corner to the front of the house. So I'm just gonna measure this right here. As you see, it's right at 11 3/4, maybe 11 3/4 light. So just come over here, hold your outside corner to 11 3/4, and we need to cut to 28 3/4. So we're gonna cut a piece to 28 3/4, and then we're gonna put a bend at 11 3/4. So this is just the same as the last 90-degree bend that we put in. So I'm gonna make a mark at 11 3/4. Go ahead and scribe it, just so I don't lose my place with my speed square. That way I know I'm perfectly 90. And before you cut, you gotta really think about this, or maybe you're not as dumb as I am, but you really wanna think about how it's gonna go up. You don't want to accidentally measure 11 3/4 off the wrong side, or whatever your measurement is, because then you're going to go to put it in, it's going to be long on one side and short on the other. So I always like literally visualize how that's going to go onto the sub fascia, so that I make sure that I'm cutting from the right side. So we're going to go ahead and put our 90 in right here. This is the exact same as before. So you're going to scribe it here. You're going to put in your pizza cut, and then after that, you're going to be ready to bend it. right, so now we just literally take this, as long as your measurements are right. You're gonna take this. I like to slide it in behind my jig and snug it up in there, and it looks super clean. So now we'll just nail underneath, just like before, and then we'll start cutting in this piece right here. So this is one of the few places I don't mind a face nail. And so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put a face nail up here. That's gonna hold this piece up. Because of the J channel on the front, if you nail underneath here, you're likely gonna bend a nail, or you're gonna end up taking your soffit from underneath and putting that crinkle in it like before. So we're gonna actually face nail right here, but don't worry, it's gonna end up getting covered up. So go ahead and nail me one right here, Carter. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pull a measurement. You can either pull it from your top end, which I don't recommend, or your bottom end, which I do recommend. So we're gonna pull a measurement from right there all the way to right here, and then lastly we'll check a measurement from right here at the end of this fascia all the way to our corner right here, and you'll see why here in just a minute. So I know the angle of my truss is right there on my front porch. It's a common 4, so I am going to cut my common 4 right off the end of this so that it snugs up. Okay, so we've cut our common 4 here. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna pull our measurements off the bottom side, just like we measured. Ours is 76 and a light 8, and then it's 18 inches. So what we're gonna first do is we're gonna measure our 76. So I've marked my 76 right here. So now what I'm gonna do, let go, thank you, is I'm gonna measure my 18. So I actually put it at my 1. I'm gonna go to 19. That'll be my mark. So this is where I'm going to end up cutting it off. So this is my final mark. I'm holding over at the 1 just for easier measurement. So this is going to show 19 right here. But I'm actually going to add 1 inch, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. And so this is where I'm going to cut it off. And then what I'm going to do is from my first mark, I'm going to rip this whole thing off right here, just the bent edge. So now that I've cut this where I need it to be, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score this corner right here with my knife, and we're actually gonna snap this whole thing off. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score it all the way down here, and I'm gonna do some deep scores on this one. 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter, so that it breaks easy. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 10 snips, and I'm gonna put a slice right here, and then I'm gonna just bend this back and forth till it breaks off. Right, now we're ready to put her in. As you can see, we're flush up there. Our 4 came out pretty good. We're tight down here. This looks great. But now we got this overhang here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it tight. Hold your right here for me. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna take a pencil and you're going to mark where she's gonna fall. Just like that. And then you're gonna take it down, take your 10 snips, cut that flush. And you may want to take a little off the corner because of the corner of the drip edge right here. It'll just go in easy. Now we've put it in, and as you can see, Looks really good up there at the house. Carter's nailing between the ribs of the soffit. It comes down, joins really nicely with our bird box here, and then it comes down and it's got a nice cutout, and that's why we hold that extra inch over here. This is the only place that you end up having to put any face nails in, and that's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. There's no other way to hold this without face nailing it, because if you only nailed here, this is just going to be flopping in the wind. So I usually end up putting 2 face nails down here just to hold it, and usually 1 center right here. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, like and subscribe.